my heart sank. My biggest fear was what happens to my family. I was fearful of death, just of not being able to continue on with all of my wonderful plans for the future. When my diagnosis became known at church, a friend of mine called me on the phone and said, "Dale, you need to go to Goshen." I went up and met with Dr. Morris and several others at the Goshen Center for Cancer Care.
I first met Dale in 2007, and at that time she was diagnosed with a early small breast cancer and underwent a lumpectomy followed by radiation.
Every time I talked with Dr. Morris, I have to say I looked forward to my visits with her because she was always smiling and cheerful, very optimistic about my treatments. She explained everything to me, answered all of my questions in detail.
When you hear the word cancer, you immediately think of all the things that you had planned on doing and that you wanted to do in your life, and then you think suddenly it's over. The diagnosis of breast cancer for most women does not mean that they are going to die from their breast cancer. Over 1 million women die a year of heart disease and 40,000 of breast cancer. So even after being diagnosed with breast cancer, most women still have a long, long life to live.
When I was diagnosed with cancer, I was just beginning a master's degree in nursing program. As you can imagine, I was devastated by the news of cancer at that point because I felt like I was not going to be able to continue. However, because of the way my treatments were planned and the way the schedule worked out, I was able to continue through that program without missing a single session.
I think the quality of life is a huge issue in anything, but particularly when it comes to cancer treatment. You have to remember that there's a person attached to that cancer, and that person, in my case, treating women with breast cancer, is somebody's daughter, is a mother, is a wife, and so they have other responsibilities, and we want to help them live that life, not just fight the cancer that they currently have.
All the way through the process, the options were laid out in very plain language to me. But I have to say, I was so confident in what they offered me that in many ways it made my choices so much easier to make.
Most places don't have the coordinated care that we have here in Goshen, but that's what's important, so that way we all agree on the treatment and a patient's not going from, say, the surgeon to the radiation oncologist and hearing two different opinions and then being put in the middle of, okay, well great, now what should I do? So it's important that we have that involvement with each other as we talk about the approaches to patient care. And many places and many of the large institutions in this country don't have that type of integrated care that we have here in Goshen.
If you've been diagnosed with cancer, I can tell you from my experience that Goshen has a team of doctors and other staff members who will work with you to provide the best care possible, to give you the best outcome possible for your cancer.